This one just says Stipp. All right, let's see what you got, Stipp. Ooh, nice. Ooh, ooh. Nice, that was cool. I like the melody choices. Nice and bluesy, jazzy. With some really cool notes in there. Really melodic. Got some chromatic scales going on. That was a really, really chef's kiss. Stipp. Very nice, very nice.
Alright, today I'm here to share with you guys how I wrote the solo from this video you just saw. What were my main influences, how was my thought process and methods. But first I would like, of course, to thank Jared for the feature and the shout out. Since then I've been getting amazing comments from many people, and that's really, really nice. So as a way of kind of giving something back for all that support, here's a breakdown of the solo. First step, of course, is to understand what we'll be working with, in this case, the backing track. Let's take a quick look. So this is a very common tonal chord progression. That's a 1 minor, flat 3rd major, flat 7th major, 4 minor. If you listen closely to this harmony, you'll probably be able to recognize it from some other places. So right from the beginning, this makes the workflow way easier since it's a very common progression that we're already used to and 100% tonal. So let's break it down in a few sections. In the beginning, I actually didn't play it as I was planning, and that's because I was trying so hard to get a good take and thinking about every other detail and trying not to miss. And anyway, I ended up missing on this one, but then since I liked everything else, I kept it anyway. But my ideal way would have been to do the first 2 bands in only 1 attack. In the transition to the following phrase, instead of letting it go and starting again, I'd make this slide kind of pull off that sounds like modern rock guitar phrasing. Then we get to this, which is a lick I learned from probably my favorite guitarist, which is Guthrie Govan, the absolute master. It comes from this album, West Coast Grooves. By the way, if you haven't heard this album yet, you're missing out on a lot of great stuff. And there's this song, Lost in Rio, which I happen to have covered part of it in my Instagram as well, where he plays this natural minor blues pentatonic lick. This is really cool, and this articulation has become part of my playing since then, and why not throw a jazzy lick on a metal track? Also, speaking of that, if you'd like me to make a video about how to absorb a musical language in the sense of getting the things you learn from your biggest influences, the solos you learn, the things you learn, and to make it be part of your own playing, just let me know in the comments. This is a subject that I really like, and I have put quite some time and effort in developing this over the last months. Right after that is just a regular A minor 7 arpeggio with the tapping slide, no big deal in terms of harmony. Which leads us to an interesting part. When I first started thinking about ideas for the solo, I did something that I've gotten used to doing and strongly recommend, which is not trying to create stuff 100% from your guitar. Let me explain. When we get the guitar to play a solo, we're approaching it with tendencies. So throughout our learning journey, we get many paths, articulations, and movements into our muscle memory from what we've learned to do previously, and that's always there driving your playing in a certain way. There are always these movements, these phrases and stuff that you already know will sound good. So basically scale patterns and melodic sequences and licks, all of that leads you somewhere and might prevent you from being more creative. more original. So actually, when I first started planning the solo, I didn't even get my guitar, I didn't even plug it in. What I did instead was to turn on the microphone. I started singing ideas that came to my head while I was listening to the track. What this does is that it takes away the visual representation of the fretboard, which is where all these tendencies are, and it leaves you with nothing but air to make the melodies. When you sing the melodies, you tend to be much more spontaneous and natural. I'm not a singer by any means, and you don't have to be a singer to do this. I'm not talking about singing perfectly on pitch and using proper vocal techniques. What I'm referring to here is something that can be as simple as humming whatever ideas may come to your mind, or even going for it and singing out of tune anyway and just messing it all up. It doesn't matter, putting in your energy, because the purpose of this is just to get ideas, and then you will translate these ideas and adapt to the guitar, which will sound in tune. No one will get to hear your vocal take anyways. When I was doing this, I thought about two main melodies, and the first one was this next section. Then there's this mix of the lick with a phrase that I'm not sure where exactly came from, but it is present in Slash's intro in Patience from Guns N' Roses. So mixing these ideas and moving up the arpeggio, it became the lick you saw. And followed by that, I applied something I learned from Kiko Loureiro. For those who don't know, I had the honor to do a few of his courses and to learn from him. And this idea is something you can hear him do quite a lot. It is a descending chromatic scale, and by the time you reach the blue note, you can play around repeating with the fourth and the fifth. And then it resolves with this blues pentatonic movement. And then finally the last bit. Remember I mentioned about having chosen two main melodies in the singing section, so the second one was this ending. This whole part came from singing ideas and then just finding them and playing them on the guitar. So again, I'd like to put more emphasis on how important is this, because this really unlocks your creativity in a certain way. So yeah, that's how I came up with this solo. I hope you liked this video. If you got to my channel through Jared's shout out, welcome, and I hope you like my videos. Feel free to suggest content here in the comment section. Make sure to follow me in my social media as well. Subscribe to this channel, and hopefully I'll be seeing you around for the next video. See you next time.